ERi-TV dear viewers, welcome to English News Broadcast with me, Bersabet Taghla. These are the major headlines for today. International Day of Persons with Disabilities observed in Barantu. Activity assessment meeting conducted in the southern region. West African leaders agree to create regional force. And a 6.7 magnitude earthquake strikes near Samoa. On your local report, International Day of Persons with Disabilities 3 December was observed in Barantu for the 27th time at national level under the theme Transformative Solutions for Inclusive Development. Mr. Mehret Sahaya, Director General of Social Welfare at the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare, said that according to the study conducted by the UN, about 15% of the world's population live with some sort of disability and 7% in Eritrea. Mr. Mehret went on to say that aside from the minor negative and backward outlooks being observed, handling and treatment of issues related to disability in Eritrea emanate from community-based noble societal values. Perceiving disability beyond physical appearance of people hinders productivity of people with disability. Mr. Samuel Mamun Nganidze, Deputy Representative of UNICEF in Eritrea, said that creating conducive environment with a view to enable people with disabilities become self-supportive and productive members of the society is the responsibility of every citizen as well as government and public institutions, indicating that social service provision institutions being put in place take disabled citizens into consideration. Mr. Franco Kubaba, Director General of Social Service in Gashbarka region, said that supporting citizens with disabilities is not to be left to specific institutions only and called for integrated effort. The event was attended by Ms. Lu'ul Gabra, Minister of Labour and Social Welfare, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Hirui, Governor of Gashbarka region, Mr. Atasfa Mikael, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Jabra, Secretary of PFDJ in Gashbarka region, as well as other officials and invited guests. The National Union of Eritrean Women branch in the southern region conducted activity assessment meeting of 2022 and implementation of charted out programs for 2023. At the meeting held on 1st and 2nd December in Mendefera, Mr. Naita Forki, head of the union branch, reported that in 2022, the union has been working by giving priority to strengthen organizational capacity, increase awareness of members, capacity building, as well as enabling members become beneficiaries of educational and health services, indicating that in cooperation with partners, encouraging achievements have been registered and avoiding harmful practices. Mr. Knight said that compared to that of last year, underage marriages have significantly been reduced and called for integrated efforts to develop the awareness of the public to that regard. Mr. Knight went on to say that strengthening regional and global relations, ensuring health service of women, as well as development of human resources and capacity of the union branch are among the priority programs for 2023. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations. Speaking at the event, Mr. Habta Abdesfatian, Governor of the Southern region, indicating that the role of Eritrean women in all sectors has been encouraging, called on women to develop self-confidence, become self-supportive, and conduct follow-up on the performance of their children in school. On the last local report, International AIDS Day 1 December was observed in Sawa under the theme All-Round Impartiality for Ending the HIV/AIDS Epidemic, featuring sports competitions and health-related awareness-raising programs. At the concluding event of the program organized in cooperation with the National Service Training Center and Ministries of Education and Health, Colonel Debasai Gida, commander of the National Service Training Center, indicated that the progress that Eritrea registered in health sector in general and that of HIV/AIDS, malaria and TB has significant contribution in meeting the Sustainable Development Goals and has gained Eritrea international recognition that could be good experience to other countries. Sister Ngusti Tasfa Mikael, head of HIV/AIDS control in the ministry, on her part said that even though the guidelines to curb the prevalence of COVID-19 epidemic has hindered the realization of the 2033 global goal, Eritrea, owing to the developed awareness of its people and commitment of professionals, has finalized preparation operations to emerge victorious in eradication of HIV/AIDS. Sister Ngusti also called for active participation of the public, concerned government institutions and partners for the successful implementation of the program. Coming up will be international news, dear viewers, after the short break. Welcome back. Yesterday, West Africa's leaders agreed to establish a regional peacekeeping force to intervene against jihadism and to help restore constitutional order in a region that has seen several coups over the last 2 years. Leaders of the Economic Community of West African states have decided to act to, quote-unquote, take care of their own security in the region. A communique from the leaders said that the leaders are determined to establish a regional force that will intervene in the event of need, whether this is in the area of security, terrorism, or to restore constitutional order in member countries. Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso have been hit by military coups in the last 2 years. The 3 countries, however, have been suspended from the decision-making bodies of the Economic Community of West African states. On today's last report, a 6.7 magnitude earthquake has struck near Samoa this morning. The quake hit at 8:24 a.m. local time, with the Samoan Meteorology Service saying it took place at 124 kilometers southwest of Apia with a depth of 10 kilometers. Both Samoa and American Samoa initially issued a tsunami advisory, but it has now been cancelled. The Samoa Observer is reporting that buildings shook as Samoans were on their way to work and school. In a statement, the government has asked all people living in low-lying coastal areas to stay away from beaches and coastal areas until the extent of the situation is known. So far, there have been no reports of significant damage or injuries. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now recap of the major headlines. International Day of Persons with Disabilities observed in Bantu. Activity assessment meeting conducted in the southern region. West African leaders agree to create regional force. And a 6.7 magnitude earthquake strikes near Samoa. Viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.